Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today, where we've got so much to talk about. From the discovery of in-game images of the next DLC Zombies map in this game, leading players on a cross-Call of Duty hunt, culminating in finding the actual location of that next Zombies map in this game right now, and it might be kind of concerning. This is an absolutely wild one. Some massive issues that have just come to light over at Treyarch that will be affecting zombies in a very big way. We've started to see it in this map, and it'll only get worse in the future. And if you plan on hopping in and playing the new Zombies map today, a big warning for you that is ruining players' games on this map. So a whole lot to talk about, but let's kick things right off with our first story of the day. Let's start by talking about something I genuinely didn't expect to see after the release of this map and the way this map looks. Where it seems like before Black Ops 6 even released, leaks about the Zombies mode emerged that talked about the next 4 Zombies maps that we'd be seeing after launch in this game, with the 3 next maps after this one rumored to be Dig, Janus Towers, and the mansion that we saw in the opening cutscene of Liberty Falls. Well, with the main Easter egg of Citadel done and dusted, we now do have confirmation that those leaks were correct, as the cutscene reveals that the next main DLC map will be taking place at a dig site, with the location of this dig site being nearby to where this map takes place in the region of Avalon. Now, when you think of a dig site, zombies, and France, players were immediately speculating that the next DLC to Zombies map would be some kind of remaster or reimagining of the Origin Zombies map from Black Ops 2. But a piece of in-game evidence actually shows us this next Zombies map, where it gets so much weirder from here. Players have discovered a piece of intel on this map that seems to show the first screenshot of this new Zombies map, where as you can see, the intel shows what appears to be an in-game snapshot of the dig site where the next map is going to take place. But once this released, players started to look at this image and go, that kind of seems familiar. Doesn't this look like a map we've seen before, all the way back in Black Ops 2, specifically the multiplayer map Dig? And for those that might have thought this, especially just seeing the screenshot for the first time, it seems like you were very close to actually finding the location of the map, because hopping into Black Ops 2, the image that we got in DLC 2 matches up very closely with the aesthetic of Dig from Black Ops 2, but there are a few problems, where the Black Ops 2 map was originally set in Afghanistan, whereas we know that Citadel des Morts and the next map will be set in the region of Avalon, with that revelation leading players from a Black Ops 6 Zombies to Black Ops 2 multiplayer back to Black Ops 6 multiplayer, because using the theater mode or Codcaster within a certain multiplayer map, we are able to view the entirety of an upcoming unreleased Warzone map called Avalon, where when you explore the unfinished version of this map, you can find the absolute exact place where the in-game screenshot was taken for DLC 2 that's found in Citadel des Morts. Obviously, this is a unfinished and lower resolution of the image that Treyarch is able to grab internally of what the map will look like, but exploring this area of the map, we can see that it is definitely very condensed, a small dig site on the top of a hill, where it turns out the goose chase in Black Ops 2 wasn't all for naught, where an exact recreation of that dig multiplayer map from Black Ops 2 is located right next to where this screenshot was taken in Avalon. Now, what does this mean for zombies here? Well, originally we were scared that Citadel des Morts would be just a cut-out chunk of the Avalon Warzone map in a similar style to the way Treyarch has reused multiplayer maps and campaign maps in past Zombies games. Well, obviously Citadel des Morts seems to be all original, which makes it curious why we can find the exact location of the dig site where DLC 2 takes place inside of the Warzone Avalon map. I have seen some players saying that, hey, because this is a dig site, maybe this map takes place entirely underground, which is why only the surface is what's featured featured on the Warzone map. I've also seen other players say that, hey, nearby where the dig site screenshot in the Zombies mode is located, there is a massive ancient Colosseum as well that might be a location in the next Zombies map, a seemingly perfect callback to the Black Ops 4 Chaos Storyline Zombies map 9. My personal feelings on this is based on the hype I've seen from certain insiders and leakers within the Call of Duty Zombies community and how excited they seem to be for the next 3 maps here in this Call of Duty season. We probably won't just be getting a multiplayer or Warzone reskin with the DLC 2 map. And either the image that we got in Citadel des Morts is just an unfinished version of the map, an unplayable area of the map beyond its boundaries that we don't actually get to fight zombies in, or it's just a very small section of this next map with reused assets. But in terms of when we'll see this map actually release in-game, we still have some time, with the likely release date being the start of Season 3 in the end of April, beginning of March 2025. Next up, there seems to be some major issues that are beginning to bubble to the surface over at Treyarch, which will have some massive implications not only for the rest of this Zombies mode, but also for next year's Zombies game, the effects of which we're already beginning to see, beginning with this map, Citadel des Morts, where if you notice that after the latest Black Ops 6 Zombies update, the voice of the SAM trial and the SAM machine, essentially Samantha Maxis, sounds very different than it did before. A little less personality, a very different accent. It is very clearly being voiced by a different person. Now, originally some people were saying there's gotta be an in-game reason for this, but the truth seems to be way more unfortunate. Where the original voice actress for Samantha Maxis, who's been giving her voice to the Samantha Maxis character since, wow, all the way back in 2008, was pushed out of working on Black Ops 6 Zombies, resulting in all of her dialogue being replaced across Citadel des Morts, Liberty Falls, and Terminus, with all the dialogue, for example, after the ending boss fight on Terminus being re-recorded.
But at least we got that monster and Modi.
The reason why was just revealed by a prominent Call of Duty leaker, the Ghost of Hope, today, where he says that there is panic within Treyarch at the moment. Almost all of the actors that feature in the Zombies crew in Black Ops 6 Zombies have pulled out of working on the project over the lack of AI protections in their contract. This has resulted in some of the disappointing recasts we're now seeing early on, like Samantha Maxis on Citadel des Morts, with some more likely to be recast in the future. The gist of this being the workers' union that a lot of these voice actors are part of is pushing back against the right of the companies they work for to have their voice cloned by AI for future products, essentially making it so that in the future where AI voice cloning gets even better than it is right now, they won't even need to hire the actual voice actors anymore, and they can just have AI voice Samantha Maxis no problem. It seems to be the reason that the original voice actor for Peck back in Black Ops Cold War got recast. It's now the reason for Samantha Maxis being recast, and players are very scared about the future of the next game as well, considering the rumored returns of the original 4 Zombies characters in that game. Very disappointing stuff here, with the best case scenario being Activision caving to the voice actors' requests and ensuring their voices won't be essentially stolen in the future by AI, so we can continue to hear the characters in this Zombies mode sound like they should. Okay, next up, when you're hopping into Citadel des Morts anytime soon, and you're in the dungeon point of the map, I believe this is right next to Quick Revive, make sure you do not have an amalgam nearby, because its ranged attack is mistakenly placing players inside of the jail cells on the map, locking them in place with zombies unable to take them down. Once the amalgam drops you in here, you're pretty much stuck with the only confirmed way of escaping right now being the Anywhere But Here Gobblegum. So yeah, definitely be careful down there or risk end up being stuck just like Dr. Kraft in the dungeons of Citadel des Morts. Well, that wraps up the news today, guys. If you did enjoy it, if you found it interesting, be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's a lot of new stuff being found right now in the Zombies mode, and I can't wait to cover it all with you when we return for another edition of the Zombies News Update tomorrow. Peace!